Hello viewers, so today I'm going to show you how I make cake strips, makeshift cake strips. This is a used piece of tissue paper which I'm going to just wet it under the tap, and this, since it is stuck, I've used this before, so I'm going to reuse it. So I'm going to lay it on the aluminium foil and I'm going to fold it. This is nice and wet inside. I'm going to fold this. So today we're going to make a chocolate cake, and this is how I'm going to prep my tin. So there, this is how I keep the tin ready. So this is how it goes around the tin. So I'm going to apply some butter, oil, anything greasy basically. For this cake I'm going to put some oil. You can also dust it with butter and flour. So I'm going to dust it with oil, put some oil first and then dust it with flour. So before making the cake, this is how you keep your tins ready. This is a very simple cake, by the way. It's like put everything in a bowl and whisk it, kind of a cake. It's very moist. So what this foil will do is actually, I don't like the crust on the edges. On the top, yes, it's okay because you can always cut it, but it's very difficult to cut the edges and get the round. So the cake is going to be really moist. I'll just remove this, keep it aside. Yeah, dust it. So this cake is going to be really moist. You will see it's really moist. You can have it as it is, or you can have it with vanilla ice cream. I'm going to make buttercream Nutella filling for this cake. So I'm going to bake two of these. So I've already prepped one of my tin. This is the second tin. Oh, I said tin. So yeah, the tin is ready. There, this is how it looks. Now in a bowl, dry, clean, big bowl, I'm going to take oil. This is canola oil I'm using. The measurements again will be in the description box for your reference. So that's oil. I'm going to just clean the cup nicely, as I have to measure in the sugar. So this is organic sugar, raw organic sugar that I use. So you can use any sugar, any granulated sugar you want. I use raw organic sugar. So that's a little less, so I'm going to add from the container as well. So the measurement has to be exactly one cup and another. Let me just pour it. And then that was warm coffee. Sorry, I forgot to show you. That was warm coffee. Then this is cocoa powder, which I'm going to pass it through the sieve. So I'm using Hershey's cocoa powder. So you can see there are some lumps in there, so it's always better to use the sieve. Even if there are no lumps, it's always better to use the sieve. So I'm going to just sieve it through. So for this cake, I have used two 6 inches tin, and I think since this is a bigger cake, always is a big tin. It's better to use a bigger tin. You can use a 12-inch deep tin or a 14-inch deep tin. So that's the cocoa powder there. So as you can see, I have not mixed anything yet. So I'm just getting all the ingredients ready in a bowl. I think this will touch, so I'll take another bowl and I'll sift the flour. Let me just put this aside. Yeah, vanilla essence, again my favorite. I mean, this is to be 1 teaspoon, but for me it's like the more the merrier kind of thing. I love vanilla essence. इसमें कोई कंजूसी नहीं. There goes my coffee. So that was warm coffee, by the way. I just took like 2 tablespoons of coffee and half a cup of water, and I just microwaved it, made it warm, and I've added that. I'll just mix this, and I'm going to keep this aside. Let me add the eggs as well. I guess I should add the eggs in this as well. So yeah, milk, 1 cup milk. And again, that's the first egg in there. If you're not sure about your eggs, always break the eggs in a different bowl or a different katori, vati, whatever, and then add it in a different bowl, because you never know if you have a spoilt egg. So if you're not sure about your eggs, yeah, don't directly add them. Otherwise, you'll have to throw the entire batter out. And that would be a waste. So there, I've still not used a whisk or my electric beater yet. This is just getting all the ingredients in, as you can see. And what I'll do is I'll just keep this aside, and I'll take another bowl for the flour. Yeah, I'm going to just sift the flour through the sieve. So 2 cups of flour, plain maida. You can use all purpose flour, you can use cake flour if you're getting. Now here in Mumbai, I'm not getting any cake flour as such. So it's exactly 2 cups there. Be very careful when you're sifting the flour. Okay, there goes 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 2 teaspoons of baking soda. Oh, I think this is a half teaspoon spoon that I've taken, so I'll have to add another half teaspoon of baking powder again. So this is 1, and then 1 more. That's 2 teaspoons. Yeah, I was just looking for my 1 teaspoon spoon, but I couldn't get the measuring spoon anywhere, so I'm just using the half teaspoon measuring spoon, and I'm adding another half teaspoon, so that makes 1 entire teaspoon of baking powder, and I'm just going to sift it through the sieve very carefully. Let me get a wooden spatula or something. This is going to be everywhere on the platform. Please try this cake and send me your comments as to how your cake turned out to be. And I try a lot of recipes, and then I come up with these recipes, so they're like tried and tested recipes which give good results, because some recipes I see, even if you do as it has been said or written, the outcome is not as what is shown in the pictures. So these are all tried and tested recipes and tasted. The taste is yummy. So I'm going to add the flour very slowly in this mixture. Let me just clean the spatula and get, yeah, before that let me just keep the oven for preheating. So it's going to be 160 degrees, and I'm going to bake this for normally if you don't have the cake strip, it would bake at 30 for like 30-35 minutes, but if you have the cake strip, add another 10-15 minutes more, and always test it with a toothpick before removing the cakes out. Always. I think that's the best thing to do. And I'm adding flour very slowly, and I'm just mixing it with my electric beater. You can even use a hand whisk if you have. And it's a very moist cake, believe me, it's a very moist cake. You can just get the cake out of the oven, cool it down, uh, put some powdered sugar on top, and have it as it is. It's yummy. You can see the mixture itself is so liquidy. I don't know if that's a word, liquidy. Yeah, but it's yeah, it's nice. It's nice and moist cake. So I think everything is incorporated well. And let me just take this last bit of flour and mix it nicely, because you never know, it can be the baking soda, the baking powder that is stuck to the bottom. You don't want to take any chances. So whisk, whisk, whisk. इतना यम लग रहा है ये. मेरा पूरा किचन चॉकलेट का स्मेल आ रहा है किचन में. इट इज़ यमी. इट्स स्मेलिंग यमी. So whisk goes in the sink, and I'm going to just scoop whatever is there on the sides, and I'm going to start pouring it into the tin. Microwave में बीप भी आ चुकी है, so the microwave is, the convection basically is already preheated. So basically 1 घंटे में तो आपका केक रेडी हो जाता है. इसके ऊपर आप सिर्फ गनाश, चॉकलेट गनाश डाल के भी, इफ़ यू वांट टू जस्ट गिव इट टू समबडी फॉर देयर बर्थडे, इट इज़ रियली गुड केक. So there are my tins. Both my tins are ready. I'm going to try to pour them equally. I'm going to try. Yeah. And थोड़े बड़े टिन्स होने चाहिए थे, बट आई डोंट हैव बिगर टिन्स, एंड आई वांट टू मेक अ डबल डेकर, you know, Ferrero Rocher cake. So I'm just going to take my chances, doesn't matter. I'm just going to clean the sides and pour them inside the tin. So इसको अच्छे से, don't waste it, it's all yummy chocolatey stuff. इसको waste नहीं करना. So scrape the sides, pour it in, and bake it at 160 degrees for, I baked it for 45 minutes. You can bake it for 30-35 minutes if you don't have the cake strips. Here the cake is ready. You can see there is no crust on the side, and so you can see the moisture. You can see how nice it is. I've already removed the first one, and this is the second one. So आप देख सकते हो, it is yummy. Enjoy your cake as it is. You can see बहुत ही soft है. Enjoy. Bye bye viewers. Like